I'm the Gadget Guru, Andy Parr, and you're watching thevog.net. I'm here at JPM Performance Powersports in Hopkinsville, Kentucky, and here with me is Michael.
Yes, sir.
And Pete. You're the owners of this place.
Yes, we are.
Okay, how long have you had this dealership for?
We're in our 8th year.
Okay, and here you have Yamaha and Victory.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us about the dealership?
Well, we started out as just a Polaris Victory dealership, and then Yamaha had come to us and asked us to take on their line as well.
Now, let me point out, your father and son, now when you first started, was this your business or did y'all start this together?
We started it together.
Okay, so what's it like working with your dad in a business?
It's good. I mean, we're here every day, so it's just big family anyway.
I mean, it seems that I see reality shows these days where people, when families in the motorcycle business, they don't always get along. I hope that's not the case with you guys.
Oh, no, we always get along. Sometimes we don't always agree on everything, but we do get along.
Well, now, when you started your business, the motorcycle market was doing well. Victory was just coming up in the market then the economy kind of sloughed off. How are things for you now?
The economy is not sloughed off in this dealership. I think our customer base is majority of it is military, and when the soldiers were gone, yes, things were slow, but we've moved along, and now it's doing well.
Okay, well, let me point out, you're just a few miles down the street from Fort Campbell, from the military base right down here. Would you say that's where the majority of your business comes from?
Yes, I'd say 75% of our business comes from the military.
Okay, now what do you do? How is it different selling to a military buyer than it is an average rider coming in off the street?
Oh, because they are soldiers, we do, and we can relate to them and what they do. We give them discounts even if they don't own a motorcycle or have bought one from us. They're sometimes a little more work to get on a bike, but all in all, it works out really well.
Now, maybe it's just me, but I think it's pretty much a no-brainer. You got a bunch of soldiers right down the street from you. You're selling an American-made motorcycle.
Yes.
Is that a pretty easy sell these days?
Yes, it is. And the fact that Victory supports the military, they have a rebate on the motorcycle just for military, police officers, and firemen is a good program. It shows them that we, in fact, care about them.
Okay, now Victory has pretty much a wide variety of bikes in their lineup today. Do you see different soldiers coming in looking at different models? I mean, what are the younger guys going for? What are the older guys going for?
Yes, the younger guys are more into the sport bike market, the high performance, lay over the tank kind of bike. And then you get your older ones that are getting ready to retire, or higher ranking people that tend to want to do the cruiser market. They're a little more relaxed and want to lay back a little bit rather than the sport model.
Now, you have Yamaha here as well, so do you think that's a pretty good mix? You get them in for the sport bikes and Yamaha, then you have the heavyweight cruisers for with Victory. Does that work for you guys?
Yeah, it gives them, the Yamaha gives somebody as a first-time buyer, they can buy a less expensive bike and get a feel, make sure it's what they want to do, and they usually come back and upgrade to a Victory.
Okay, now, soldiers have different service needs than an average rider does, because you know, they could be deployed, they're out, they don't know when they're coming back, then they come back and they want to ride. Do you have ways that you deal with your soldiers to get them on the road faster?
Yes, the ones that are deployed, their bike usually sits in a storage or a garage for a year or so. They tend to have carburetor problems because of the gas sitting, and we make arrangements to go to their location, pick up their motorcycle, bring it here, service it for them, get it going good, and then put them on the road.
Now, do the newer fuel-injected bikes, do they require as much service as the old carbureted bikes?
Not so much, no, because there's not air get. It's a closed-loop fuel injection system. The air doesn't get to the gas in the bowl, and it doesn't tend to go bad as fast.
Okay, now I'll direct this one over to you. You've seen Victory come a long way in a short amount of time. You've been a dealership for 8 years. What do you think is really motivating the sales of Victory at this point?
Being another option for American-made bike, something dependable. You can be somebody different, not a follower.
Also, I have to ask, people are asking about apparel. Now, I'm looking around, I see you got a bunch of T-shirts, helmets, jackets, everything here. Are people coming in? Is Is Victory getting better with their apparel option?
Yes, they are. I think they've got a long way to go with their apparel market, but they're getting better at it. Yes.
Okay, and any other thoughts that you want to throw in? What you can tell people why they should stop by here when they're in the Middle Tennessee, Southern Kentucky area?
They should come by here. Let us show them a victory. Let them ride a victory, and that pretty much does it.
Now, Victory really made a bold statement with their test ride program. You know, I know when I bought my Vision, not a lot of other dealerships were allowing test rides. Has that really gotten more people to ride the bike out the door for you?
Yes, it has. You can tell somebody about a Victory all day long. It's hard to explain to somebody how they handle, how they feel, how the whole bike operates, and then we put them on a bike and we let them go ride it, and they come back and start telling us about how great the ride was, how great the handling is, how great the brakes are. It's just an easy way to seal a deal and help somebody make a decision on which bike they want.
Okay, you've already seen Victory come a long way. Where do you see them going in the future?
They've more towards a younger crowd. They've always been with the older crowd, but now with like the high ball and the Judge, it gives a younger person more of a cruiser type bike that fits their age group.
You know, it's funny, when the highball first came out, you know, a lot of the guys on the Vogue and other websites would say, you know, it's just a Vegas with different bars and everything. But it has turned out that it's really a whole lot more. Would you agree with that?
Yes, I would. It's a neat handling motorcycle. I'm not an ape hanger guy either, but when you ride one, you just kind of fall in love with them. They grip the road, they handle so well, they just feel like you can't go wrong.
Now, I notice you don't have any in stock right now. Is there a reason for that?
We can't keep them.
so they're selling pretty well. Well, gentlemen, I want to thank you very much for your time. And I got to tell you, I really enjoy your dealership. And let me point out, I just happen to be in this part of town or this part of the country on a Sunday. They opened up the dealership to allow the Vogue to come in here. And guys, I greatly appreciate you taking away some time from your family to allow me to come in. That was very nice.
Well, thank you.
Thank you very much for coming.
It's definitely my pleasure. Hey, if you're in the Middle Tennessee, Southern Kentucky area, come on and stop by JPM Performance Powersports. It's in Hopkinsville, Kentucky, and granted, there are some gorgeous roads around here, so it's a really pretty ride to come up. For the Vogue.net, I'm the Gadget Guru, Andy Parr, and I'll see you on the road and online.